he know the talk, he know the song, he know the brotherhood, he know the song, he know the song, he know the song, he know the song, he know the.
Thank you so much for tuning in again. We sincerely apologize for that breaking transmission. Yes, like I earlier said, that we have representatives of the Elders International Fellowship. Remember, Monday being, okay, Monday, yes, yeah, that was of yesterday. We had the 66th anniversary flag off of the Elders International Fellowship, and of course we saw, or we witnessed, the energetic dance of all the elders in the kingdom. It was really a wonderful one, yes. And of course, God Almighty, the Holy Father, glorified himself. Remember, it is still the 66th anniversary. It is a week-long celebration. Of course, the theme of the event is Elders Celebrating the Most Righteous and Faithful God. And today in the studio with us, we have the international chairman, of which I want to start with, the digital international chairman. He is Patriarch Christ Shepherd Captain Widow, Donor Widow. Peace of the Father, sir. How are you doing?
Perfect.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Peace of the Father, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, sitting very close to him, which of course you know so well, she is Christ Ambassador Mapukam Ellis. Peace of the Father, ma. Did I get the name right?
Mapukam.
Mapukam.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, you're welcome, ma.
Peace, good morning.
Good morning to you. So
Peace
I
of
would
the
like
Father,
to.
you're welcome.
Perfect peace.
You're all welcome. First of all, I would like to wish you a happy 66th anniversary, and I believe that the fellowship is growing higher and higher as a pillar, of course, as the Father has rightly said. So let's start with, I understand, as one of the activities, yes, or the highlights of the event you will be taking care of this week. You talked about you'll be having a seminar presentation on the topic, who is an elder. So I'd like to start with the international chairman. Of course, we understand that in the society today, the younger ones have, instead of going to the elders for advice, they decided to seek advice from their age mates so far, because they believe that, or let me just leave it due to some factors. They believe that when they go to the elders, oh, I will be cautioned, I will be like kicked against and betrayed and all of that. So what can you say about that? Young ones tilting to young ones for advice rather than to the elders.
In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And the blood of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Now and forevermore. You find out that there are a lot of confusions all over the world. In every society where you don't have an elder, that society is not growing.
Wow.
Because the young ones doesn't know anything about history. The elders need to tell the young one the history about something.
Okay.
I take myself for example. There are certain things I don't know. And I go straight to my uncle, who is even older than my mother, to ask him. There's nothing my mate will tell me about that thing, because if we are born as age group, what does he know about what I want to talk about?
Exactly.
Huh? So I go to my uncle and I tell my uncle, Papa, this thing and this thing and this thing, how is it done?
Okay.
And he will be able to guide me on the proper step to follow. Right? Okay, take for example, I go and meet my mate. Bros, that thing you dey talk, if not me, I no go gree you. Is he leading me on the path of being a good person in society?
Yeah. Okay.
Or to fight against the system in the society? Do you understand me?
Very well.
And that's why we have a lot of crisis in our society. Cultism, because no elder will tell you to go and practice cultism.
That is where the question now lies. What happens if an elder doesn't actually give you the advice you now need? Remember, an elder is one who should be granted with all the knowledge, like you have said.
Listen. No elder will deceive you.
Okay.
No. It is you who is younger that is taking that elder for granted.
Wow.
That is old-fashioned. So when you tell an elder that is old-fashioned, you are telling somebody who is even 10 or 20 years older than you and more knowledgeable than you that is old-fashioned. You who is a young fashion and do what you think is right.
This is wonderful. I'm telling you, I've learned a lot. And this is what we even said, before they came in. Yeah, because they are grounded with knowledge. They have a lot. Only that sometimes, before you came in, we talked about some elders being blinded by, jealousy and money and the rest, and some factors, and thereby leading them into giving wrong advice to a child who is desperately in need of advice.
I will tell you that those happens within the political class.
Yeah,
wow.
Certain too. Yeah, really certain too. It happens.
Do you understand me? Because you do those things based on the interest you have in that. Not a positive interest, but a negative interest, we will call selfishness. So, when you have that interest, you want to consolidate what you have. Because you cannot ask people to go and do dirty things which you know is wrong. Politicians do that all, even within us here in the kingdom.
Okay, that would still bring me back to the kingdom, yes. So let's look at understanding who an elder is when it comes. I understand that you are celebrating 66th anniversary, and so far you must have accumulated lots of achievements in the kingdom. So let's start with what is obtainable by an elder in the kingdom and as well as in the society.
The biblical role of an elder is widely stated in both the Old and the New Testament. One, the elders are to lead. They are not just pillars holding this building. They are to lead. They are to teach the word of God. They are to visit the sick and pray for them. They are to watch out the church and see that the church is well taken care of. Most of these things were also highlighted in the New Testament by Apostle Paul.
Okay.
So, it is not just that say we are pillars in the kingdom. We are to correct what we see that is wrong. When people are going out of what the doctrines of the kingdom is, elders are to call people to order.
They are saddled with that divine mandate.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so very much. I have no doubts that God does not make mistakes, and from the little words you have given, I have now known in my spirit that indeed
you have confirmed
elder,
in your spirit.
Yes. God knew why He sent you there, and you are really doing the right thing. I mean, this little minute you have spent here, I have really learned a lot. Thank you very much, Daddy.
You're welcome.
And to you, Ambassador Alisa Mapokam. Yes, I want to know how far you have gone. Today is the week just begun. Tell us what you have in store, because we are running out of time. Tell us what we are expecting from you.
Okay. Today there will be evangelism, 2 by 2, in this our area, Calabar South.
Starting today, or you started since Sunday?
No, it started yesterday. The fellowship didn't fit that everything should not just be concentrated here at the headquarters.
Okay.
So, if we have even remember in time, we will have brought the picture of flag off in some states.
Okay.
Because some elders gathered in the Bethel, some at the state headquarters, to start the flag off, then bring the picture, and the picture was beautiful because it's pretty long. Elders in state, everybody want to come to Calabar, but now we let them to understand that that same beauty can be replicated in their state and nation. Because when you do it there, it will not be like everybody want to come to the headquarters. When everybody come to the headquarters, who take care of the father house over there? So we thank the father because yesterday there was flag off, and in the state, some state like Lagos State and River State, they plan themselves very well that in your zone or your area, you start evangelism there. So when they give us the feedback by tomorrow, because evangelism was for, yesterday was just meant from the flag off,
Okay.
and the evangelism will be today and tomorrow. Then there is combined wash and pray. There will be Bible class. Then Thursday there is visit. Some will be able to go to the prison on Thursday. In some states, they will go on Thursday, while some will go on Sunday because of the arrangement with the correction center. So from there on Friday, most of them will come to Calabar. That is when we will have that lecture to enlighten them more, because you don't know the reason why Father makes you an elder. Then you have to come to get that knowledge why you were made, in the principle of being an elder, because an elder, one, have to breathe in his tongue.
Okay.
An elder will not, don't talk carelessly. As they were saying about bad advice, as the chairman rightfully say, those elders that are fond of giving bad advice because they know they have extra gain. Because a fool elder, knowing that what you are doing is wrong, will not support you. May he be poor or rich, he believe his dignity is can open him everything. So you should not use your interest to destroy somebody. Because if you check in the world, and that is the in thing. So if I know I can get a 10,000 from Ruth, and Eric comes and tell me, I can give you 12,000, I can give you 15,000, let's do this, let's do that. Some will tell you, okay, after all, you are the one spoiling your life, it's not me, it's not my children. But forgetting that, when you do that, at the end of the day, the same thing will be replicated to your child. So on Friday, we have to let them, there's a arrival on Friday. There is I think there is a fellowship that Friday in the hall. Then on Saturday there is the lecture proper, and the grand finale. Everybody will bring on the table what they did in their state during this week.
Okay.
They will see the I don't know, when you want to go and tell see the father and say thank you, Father, you have to tell him, Father, during this week we were able to do A, B, C. Then Father, see what we have brought. Because at the end of the day, the Father is the last person that will give the verdict. Was it good? Have you improved? How have been your work? Because what you are doing during that week is replicating just what you have been doing during the year.
Okay.
So the week is just bring your still worship on the table. Because I would say during the Pentecostal period is like your term quarterly exam, but during the week you bring your result. Then we check during the year how was your performance throughout. So that is what the week is all about.
Okay.
So this Saturday now will be
The ground finale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm really sorry we are running out of
yes,
time. We still have another segment to attend to. So I want to seize this opportunity to thank you, the chairman and the coordinator. May the Father bless you with more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I mean, at some point in life, we will all be elders. You know, some of us are already. Yeah, at a very tender age. Yeah, God works in mysterious ways. I am saying thank you so very much. We are not drawing close our curtains because we have another segment, which is the sports segment. So please stay with us. Give back the same energy you're giving to us right now. Please, lovers of sports, please stay glued. Do not go nowhere. My name is Ruth Obuana. I have been here with Peace Smith. Please, we'll be going on a short break to return soon. Don't go nowhere.
Another short break.
Yes, music.
Let your light shine out bright through the darkened wall, so that people be saved through the light in you. Representing Little Lumba, we must do the right. Don't let people blaspheme him because of you. Because we are ambassadors of Christ to know, chosen to prove His excellency. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Let's be the difference.
We must prove to the world we are gospel bearers. We belong to line of tribe of Judah. We must give helping hands to less privileged. We must preach this gospel to the dying world. Because we are ambassadors of Olumba, chosen to prove His excellency. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Our Father. Let's be the difference.
We must go to Macedonia and preach the word. We must go to Pakistan and
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're still watching the Morning Star Breakfast Show. And right now, we are moving straight into the sports segment, football precisely. And I have here with me Christ Ambassador Victor Obun. Ambassador, good morning and Happy New Year. This is the first time we're having the official football talk show on Morning Star Breakfast Show.
Good morning.
Yes.
I wish you the same.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. And I believe this year will be good for football lovers all over the world.
Of course.
All right, we do not have much time. Let's dive into the business of the day. Currently, we are having the AFCON 2023 being played in 2024 due to delays in last year. So the game is being played this year, but it's called AFCON 2023. And this is the biggest game on the continent. And our own country, Nigeria, is being represented at this tournament. Yes, fortunately for us, I could not say unfortunately for us, we had a draw. But we were all expecting that we're going to win that game, and I believe Ambassador has no exception. We have been drawn with Guinea-Bissau and Equatorial Guinea. Ambassador, how do you see us in Group A? Do you see us progressing? Equatorial Guinea had a very good game against Nigeria, and they'll be taking on Guinea-Bissau. Do you think they're going to win the game, and do you think we're going to struggle against Ivory Coast?
Well, Ivory Coast crushed past Guinea-Bissau in a comfortable 2-0 win.
Yeah.
And that is a boost for the host country. You know, that is it goes all the way to show that the host country, you know, they are all prepared for the tournament.
Yeah.
And well, for the Nigerian side, I don't know what to say as it stands, because I don't see Nigeria winning Ivory Coast.
Wow.
It's not possible. That is the host country, and they are going to come all out to make sure they grab all 3 points to be very sure of qualification. You know, there is this saying that my colleagues used to say that as soon as the Nations Cup fixtures came out, you know, all Nigerians will now pick up their calculator and start calculating. And it came to pass when Nigeria drew against Equatorial Guinea. And automatically, there is only one thing that we should be expecting.
Yeah.
We should be expecting, you know, either we pull out, the highest Nigeria can do is to pull out a draw against the host country, to have 4 points, or to have 2 points.
2 points, and
then
possibly think about winning the last
think
one.
about winning the last one, which is 50-50. So I don't know what happened to Nigeria. I don't know what happened, whether it was, in fact, from what we all saw, I think the problem was not from the coach. I think the problem was rather from the players. The players did not have confidence in themselves. They were losing balls. They were not having they were not clinical in front of the goal. You know, they were not supplying passes to the attacking players. The ball was just weak in the midfield, in the Nigerian midfield side. So I don't know, maybe the coach rather should improve on this. And we saw our right back Ola Aina being so slow, so weak about. In fact, the young man he was playing as if maybe it's the first time of him touching football. You know, he was so slow about everything. He wasn't serious in the game. Thank God that the coach noticed it and brought him out. But I think that substitution would have come in earlier. You know, the Kelvin Bassey and this other guy that came in, they tried to, you know, to build from the right and left back respectively. So I don't know, maybe if the coach would, you know, be decisive, I think we can do well or better against the Ivory Coast. But one thing that I regretted was Nigeria losing or pulling out the draw against Equatorial Guinea. But I wish them all the best.
All right, we wish them all the best. So far, Ambassador, this AFCON has really been so dicey. AFCON is not like the normal Europe we see where the big boys go and dominate. We see these small teams showing that they are also good, that they can also play. Cape de Verde pulled out the stunt against Ghana. This is the same Cape de Verde that won Ghana in the last AFCON and made them not to qualify for round 16. And they have done it again. They have won Ghana again. What is happening to the big team? We saw Egypt struggle. Yesterday we saw Algeria struggle. It is only Senegal who has shown that they are the defending champions and they have won 3-0. Do you think that
and also Ivory Coast have shown that they are the host country?
I will not say they may go past, they may get to round 16 and they may not pass round 16 because their game were not really convincing against Guinea-Bissau. If Guinea-Bissau were clinical, they would have also scored the goal. What is happening to the big teams in Africa?
Well, you know, like I used to say, this is football.
Yes.
There is nothing like big team anymore in football. You know, everybody has been training. All these teams that have come for the AFCON, you know, they have camped the players for maybe minimum of 2 weeks. Yes. They've trained together. They've watched the previous matches of the opponent teams. So the coaches have come up with technical abilities or technical structures or technical ideas to see how to suppress the big teams. You know, like the surprising game was not even Ghana Cape Verde. It was Egypt.
Yes.
Against. Okay, the Egypt game where Egypt came out 2-2. Egypt scored first, and in the second half we saw Egypt go down. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Egypt went down 2-1, and they struggled to come back into the game 2-2.
It's a penalty.
Yeah, where Salah converted. You know, these are evidences to prove that all these teams, they came all out for the tournament. They come all out for the cup. So you should not, nobody should, in short, gone are the days where somebody will wake up and say that football, okay, this particular team is going to win. No, it's not more like that. You know, all these players, especially in this country that people look down on, all these players are coming out to play to make a name.
Yes.
They are coming out to play to showcase what they have. They have seen that football is a very big business, so they are coming out to play clinical football and, you know, advertise themselves, showcase themselves for the world to see, for big teams, for big clubs to see. So we shouldn't expect anything less than what we have seen so far. In fact, I bet you that big teams are going to crash out of their group stages. Yeah.
All right, we are hoping for the best. Last but not least, on the African continent, Victor Osimhen came up 5th yesterday in FIFA's ranking, and he was voted by so many African players and less European skippers. How do you see Victor Osimhen coming out 5th in FIFA ranking?
I think he would have even come out more than that if all the effort he had against Equatorial Guinea were converted to goal. You know, Victor Osimhen was very close to having a hat-trick.
Yes.
You know, the ball he came one-on-one with the goalkeeper that,
Yes.
you know, he played wide, you know, and other chances that he missed. So I think he would have come up maybe top 3 in FIFA ranking. But, well, I wish him all the best. Our prayer as Nigerians and as Africans is that he should, you know, scale through the group stage and, you know, go higher in the tournaments. Then I think he will come up or step up in the FIFA ranking.
All right, we're hoping for a better Osimhen this season and next season because the transfer market is open. Now let's move over to Europe. Officially, transfer market is open, but I and Ambassador were talking behind the scene that the market is so quiet. What is happening? Even our local market is very, very busy.
It's very busy as compared to the transfer market.
We don't know what is happening in the transfer market. Are they waiting for the 9 minutes or for the last day to start buying people? But let's go for the rumors. The current rumor we have now is Manchester United are going for a loan deal for Karim Benzema, and also Chelsea are looking at also securing Karim Benzema and Firmino, which was also a player of Liverpool, and he has also gotten experience of English football. Ambassador, do you see this loan deal as progressive loan deals for the both clubs, Chelsea and Manchester United? Is it a business loan deal or is it a very important loan deal?
Well, to Chelsea, in fact, to the both teams, it is a very important loan deal because if you ask me, Chelsea is suffering an attacking is having this deficiency in the attack more than Manchester United. Manchester United players are not just confident, because if Manchester United players were confident enough, I think they should be banging in more goals than Chelsea. Chelsea are suffering that because they don't have, you know, all what Chelsea has are crop of average players, you know. So to Chelsea, it is even a more important deal than Manchester United. I think Manchester United is just trying to be, you know, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, for them to try to see what they can do to one side make money and one side boost the attacking spirit. You know, because Manchester United have the like of Marcus Rashford, Rasmus Højlund, and Garnacho, Alejandro Garnacho. We have the likes of Anthony and all that, Marshall and all that. So, but Chelsea don't have this crop of players. So to Chelsea, it is a very important signing. But I don't know. Anybody who has the luck, then let the person go for the player. But for the transfer market, I think the coaches, the clubs are just trying to be careful about the player that leaves and the player that comes in. And you know, if you watch very well, most teams don't like to do permanent signing deals in the January transfer market. They prefer to make it in the summer transfer market. So I think that is just why it is as if you know, the transfer market is being very dull these days. But I bet you when it is 3 days to go, you see the 9-minute arrangement come to play.
All right, we're hoping for a very successful transfer window and people coming in and out of transfer window. All right, let's move over to the Super Cup. This new year has given Real Madrid a very wonderful silverware and the first trophy for Jude Bellingham, who is a potential Ballon d'Or winner for this year's Ballon d'Or ceremony. Ambassador, how do you see Madrid trashing FC Barcelona 4-1 in the final? It was like a group stage match. Vinicius Junior having a hat-trick.
It wasn't like a group stage match. It was a situation of the best team won the game. Of course, this season, I don't think you can compare Barcelona to Real Madrid. Real Madrid are formidable. Barcelona are, they are kind of a bit shaky. They are not having this confidence in themselves. So it was a situation of the better side winning the game. Of course, I knew that Real Madrid are going to come out victorious. It was not possible for Barcelona to override Real Madrid. Not this season. Maybe next season.
So there's nothing for FC Barcelona because currently they are sitting at 4th of the La Liga Santander. and they are going to play Napoli in the Champions League, and definitely Osimhen and his rest will want to prove their worth in that Champions League against FC Barcelona.
Well, talking about that, this is that is going to be football, or that is football.
Yeah.
I cannot sit down here to predict who is going to win or who is not going to win. But after 90 minutes, we are going to know the winner. But if you ask for my prediction, sincerely, I'll give it up for Napoli. But it's not going to be an easy ride for Napoli either.
Yes, definitely, definitely. All right, this week has been exciting, has been wonderful. We just scaled through the Premier League. The Premier League was very, very wonderful this week. We witnessed the coming back of Tottenham without most of their key players who have gone for international duty. Ambassador, what do you think about the Tottenham team? This is a team that were consistent for the early period of this tournament, and going back, they had injuries. So this has to make them not to be consistent anymore. But they gave up a very wonderful game against Manchester United. And for the first time, Jim Ratcliffe, who has bought 25% of Manchester United, was there to witness what he has invested in. Do you think
he has not invested anything yet?
Do you think he will be happy to see that kind of game that came up 2-2 against Tottenham?
Well, I don't know for him. I don't know for him. He has only bought 25% of the club. He has not invested anything yet. You know, going by investment, he has to, you know, put heads together with the head coach or the team manager Erik ten Hag and see what they can do. But I think there is a deal binding that aspect. You know, Erik ten Hag still has the sole right to decide who leaves and who comes in. So that is the point where I said he has to put heads together with Erik ten Hag.
Do you think he will be like to the brother who does the buying?
I don't think so. Erik ten Hag, you know, there is one thing about pen and paper agreement. The agreement is still there. So yeah, you're welcome. But please, before you start showing yourself, refer back to the agreement.
But what if he decides to sack Erik ten Hag, because currently now he's in charge of the football aspect?
Then till then. But for now, that he has not sacked Erik ten Hag. But well, I think Erik ten Hag should be given more time and given you know, the lax or the go ahead. So talking about Manchester Tottenham team, Tottenham is a formidable team. We saw their best. You know, for them to, you know, come back to equalize the Manchester United game, and I think they capitalized on the non-confidence in Manchester United team to be able to scale through to equalize the first goal and equalize the second goal. But well, congratulations to them. And I think Manchester United should gear up and, you know, buckle up and fix whatsoever is the problem in the team.
Because the fight is still much ahead. Speaking about fight, Man City is on top form and they are 2 points behind Liverpool. Yes, they have a game to spare. Both teams have a game to spare. They have played 20 games each. Kevin De Bruyne is back, Ambassador. What do we expect? Man City gave a very wonderful game to a team, Newcastle, who was leading them 2-0. And KDB came in and did the masterclass and they won the game. Ambassador, what can we expect? Will Man City take on the Premier League for the 4th time in a row?
Well, I have said it before and I want to say it again. Manchester City is not going to, you know, grab the Premier League trophy this time around. Yeah. Even if they have one game each to spare, I don't see Manchester City, you know, going all tops anymore.
Ambassador, this is Man City behind Liverpool. Man City did it before. Liverpool were ahead of them with a whooping 11 points and they came and won the Premier League.
That was then. And this is now. Okay. So let's just watch and see what happens. But my full prediction, my final prediction is that Manchester City is not going to win the Premier League. I don't know who is going to win anymore because the tournament is, the league is becoming dicey. But I am very sure, definitely not Manchester City.
All right, we are happy to have the likes of KDB come back, and he has showed his class. Haaland is not yet back, and definitely when Haaland comes back, we know what the team will look like.
Of course, we all know that.
The team will be so hungry.
Yeah, we all know that Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne are a very dreaded combination, especially when the both of them are on the pitch. I don't know how these two do it, but there is this connection between KDB and Haaland all the time. Out of 3 passes, Haaland will always convert 2.
Yes.
Or minimum 1 into into the net. So I don't know. Let's just wait till Haaland comes back. But whatsoever happens, I don't see Manchester City.
All right, let's speak about the last thing before we take a bow. Let's look at Arsenal. Marcelo, what do you think is happening to Arsenal? This is a team that we're also on top of the table, but for a few games now they have been shaky. What is the thing that is making them not to get it right? They've gotten the player they wanted, Declan Rice. They've gotten some great players into the team. What do you think is making Arsenal not to be stable again?
You see, it's not all about buying, bringing in new crop of or new players. It's all about the players blending for a while. You know, Manchester City did not just grow in one day. These players have been together for more than minimum of a season. So you cannot compare the unity. You cannot compare the team at large with Arsenal. Arsenal still needs time. Arsenal don't have the wealth of experienced players like Manchester City. The coach in Manchester City is more experienced than the coach in Arsenal, and he has implanted the wealth of experience into the players for, I think, a period of 3 to 4 seasons now. So I think Arsenal needs the same time or even more for these players to become formidable. They can't just rise and take charge of the Premier League like that. But I said it earlier last year that I don't see Arsenal winning the Premier League. Arsenal still have a long way to go. Of course.
Ambassador, okay, quick one. Let's look at the goaling. Ramsdale was doing very well at goal. Do you think this is one of the points that is bringing Arsenal backward, changing Raya for Ramsdale?
No, I don't think so. I think it has to do with the midfield and the laxity in the defense line. So I don't think so. You know, there is no keeper that is indispensable. It all depends on your defense line. In fact, it all starts from your midfield strength. If your midfield is strong enough, they can't even break to your defense. So that is where the problem is coming from, not Arsenal goalkeeping force.
All right. Let's take a look at today's game. Today we are going to be having Burkina Faso against Mauritania. Ambassador, what do you think about today's game? All right.